Space trap is when you make your opponent feel like you're at a disadvantage, which makes your opponent counterattack and it whiffs due to ambiguous spacing. This is like a frame trap, except a frame trap you lure your opponent into a counterattack due to ambiguous frame advantage. One of my favorite quotes from The Art of War by Sun Tzu is, "All warfare is based on deception. When we are near, we must make the enemy believe we are far. When we are far away, we must make them believe we are near." Deception is one of the strongest strategies you could use. So let me show you how to appear near when you're actually far. Let me teach you about space traps. To set up any trap, you have to have the right bait. To have the right bait, you need to know what you want to trap. An example of a space trap is a situation that most Juri players know about. After Juri does a light fuha and it's blocked, she's -4. This means any attack that's 4 frames or quicker will punish the light fuha. But if I'm able to use a combo and push myself out, obviously the light attack would whiff, which will cause a situation where the opponent is trapped and they get hit by the next attack. This is a basic idea of what a frame trap is. It's very important to know what your opponent wants to do so you can bait properly. In this case here, your opponent should know you're pretty far away and the light attack would whiff. They're more likely to throw out a long-range attack to make sure that they can connect with you. Even if they don't get the punish, you're minus, so their next attack should beat you out. But if you see your opponent wants to throw out this crouching medium kick, instead of doing the fuha, you could throw out the crouching medium kick at max range, forcing the retaliation crouching medium kick to whiff. The goal is to use something that's disadvantaged or punishable and to make your opponent feel safe in retaliation. But we're using deception and we're able to bait a response so that we can take as much damage as we possibly can away from them. And if you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe to see more content like this. So let's look at a few situations that come up often. Juri standing hard kick is a powerful tool. Often it's used in a way that if you use a light attack or most medium punches, their attack would whiff and they would be put in a situation where they would take a lot of damage. But most characters that have low medium kicks will use that attack afterwards because it will reach the opponent. Because even pretty far away, you can still connect low medium kick. On top of it, trying to walk backwards after the crouching medium kick is not advised because then we'll get hit low. Using a crouching block will also make us bigger, so it's easier for him to hit that crouching medium kick. Because of the risk reward, it's highly incentivized for Ken to use this attack. That is the bait. Now that we know what Ken wants to do, we should go out of our way to make it so that his retaliation crouching medium kick will whiff. This will leave him open to bigger damage. There is something important to notice. If I use standing hard kick and don't press anything, the crouching medium kick will whiff. If I use standing hard kick and block low, it will whiff. If I use standing hard kick and hit hard punch afterwards, it will whiff. Standing hard punch is 10 frame startup, but if I use forward medium punch, which is 8 frame startup, which technically it's quicker, you notice we get hit. So it's important also to consider hitboxes and hurtboxes, as well as whether the move moves forward or not. And there are some times where if you mash your counter attack, you'll get hit. So in the case of forward medium punch, if we mash the forward medium punch, we get hit. But if we wait for the whiff, we can get the punish. So getting used to using your standing hard kick in ranges where retaliation would whiff is super important. Because if we stand inside, we're forced to parry. Now, if we spend a lot of time not spacing our standing hard kick correctly and crouching medium kick retaliation connects, this is also part of the trap because Ken could feel safe into using it and we could be ready for it. So we should be creative and think about ways to make that standing hard kick work for us. If you think about the situation you're in and how your opponent might want to counterattack to your standing hard kick, you can come up with some creative situations. Here's a common occurrence in the Aki vs Juri matchup. After drive rush hard kick, Juri is +1, which means if Aki tries to throw out an attack, she'll be hit. So a lot of times I'll use this string to stay safe. If I were to use the light fuha would whiff. So I'll use the medium fuha so that it connects. Typically, this is fine in most cases because the light attack will whiff. However, Aki's standing medium punch is 6 frames, and medium fuha on block is -6 frames. So even though I'm decently far away, she can still punish from that range. Personally, I like using standing medium kick because it pushes the opponent out. In the case of drive rush hard kick and then medium kick, look how far away we are. So if Aki tries using standing medium punch after the hard kick, I can use standing medium kick to beat her out. And if she tries to use a light attack, standing medium kick will trade. And if they block both of them and try to use standing medium punch, it'll whiff. Once your opponent starts to respect this situation and you punish them hard, they'll be more likely to not hit a button in this case here. And if they don't press a button after the hard kick, we can use something heavier. We started talking about this because Aki wants to use standing medium punch after a medium fuha. But if Aki's not going to press a button after this hard kick, we can use this hard kick, medium punch, light fuha to bait out the medium punch. Again, we know the bait that they want to use medium punch after medium fuha. So if we set the bait, we can exploit this. Let's talk about Feng Shui Engine. Common issue with Juri is if you end your combos with a store, even the light one, you're still in range of crouching medium kick. I wanted to find a trap so that Cammy couldn't reversal crouching medium kick and connect with me. I know I can't use medium fuha because it pushes me forward. I have to be far enough so that it pushes me far away, but close enough so that the light fuha actually connects. Close enough so that the light fuha connects, but out of range of the crouching medium kick. So the fuha is the trap, I just need to set up the bait. This is the sequence I came up with. Now, just like the first case, if I block low, it connects. This is one of the sequences I came up with. If Cammy tries to press a button after the medium punch, Cammy will get hit. And if Cammy tries to press a button anytime afterwards, they'll get hit. But after we get to this point in the sequence, everything after that is a block string. So if I set Cammy to press a button after the forward medium punch, even if she goes to hit a button, she can't because it's a block string. This sequence works in the mid screen. One of the things I don't like about this sequence is the gap in between medium punch and light kick. This is a defense point, so the enemy could mash through it. This sequence here is frame tight, but if you look, the crouching medium kick does connect. And if she tries to mash OD cannon spike, she can't because there's technically no space to do so. So that solves one problem, but it doesn't solve the fact that crouching medium kick still connects. This is a corner setup. If they try to use crouching medium kick in the corner, it whiffs. They also can't mash DP. This is a sequence that we can use in the corner to space trap. Something to take note of, after a safe jump, if you use this jump in and use this setup, the light fuha will whiff. The way that we fix this is after the jump in, we take just a small step forward and then everything works. And if you're concerned about someone mashing an attack on you, like here, after the safe jump, you're still plus enough to walk forward a few frames and still get the setup. So the last thing I wanted to talk about is Juri's strengths in her long-reaching attacks, but also her weakness to her long-reaching attacks. You see, Juri's attacks do have long reach, but with that long reach comes punishability. If you whiff any of these buttons incorrectly, you could be punished really hard for it. So you don't want to whiff any of these attacks, but you also want to space yourself so that they can't counterattack as well. I say this because a few pixels could be the difference between a win or a loss. It also allows you to be creative without a bunch of flowchart setups that your opponent could catch on to and deny you. If you're able to take note of patterns from your opponent, you can show your opponent something that is true. It's not your turn, and she can attack first. You could tell them that truth and then use deception to make them second guess whether or not what they see is right. If your opponent has a pattern, then your opponent can be exploited. Whenever you're strong, you want to appear weak because your opponent will strike when they feel that you're weak. And that's when you show your true strength. You want your opponent to feel like they're close because when they feel that you're close, they'll strike. And if you're far, when they think you're close, you can counterattack and crush them. I always believe Juri is an artist's character. If you have the vision, you can create. But the art that you create uses the color palette of deception. And with deception, you can always create something beautiful. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you already subscribed, comment below. Juri is the best. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.